in the morning. Early in the morning. I'm still tired. I've been woke up all through the night. It seemed like, I'm kind of burnt, but we still about to get into this. You dig? Let me go on in. I don't know why I didn't do this in the beginning. Connected. I put my headphones on and came to kind of since we was talking about God yesterday, I ran across this video with Billy Carson that I'm gonna play. I'm gonna see what happens. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for it. I've been seeing everybody else do this, and they just go fair use. Fair use. So I'm gonna scream the same thing. What's up with it, Con? What's up with it? Streets. I'm gonna just say streets. What's up with it? What's up with it, fam? Yeah, but I'm gonna run this Billy Carson, but wait. I don't know what's making that noise. I don't know. Nah, the sound ain't went out. It's still the sound is I ain't turned on the video yet, Con. I'm about to turn it on right now. I'm just trying to set my thing up to make sure that I don't get no hang-ups. I'm just trying to set it up to make sure I don't get no hang-ups with it, before I start playing it. So yeah, that part. I wanted to kind of do like a morning coffee talk, but I said, I just wanted to do this real fast. I didn't even watch this video. I just wanted to see if it'll work. I just wanted to try it and see if it'll work before I go to work. So just to see what Billy Carson talking about. Billy Carson, he be dropping a lot of jewels all the time. So you feel me? That be the dope part. He always dropping a lot of jewels about a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna get into that, and then later I might do a lit live at work or something like that. I don't know, but let me go on and capture this screen so we can dive into this and see what Billy Carson talking about. Like I said, this is fair use. This is fair use. So, hey man, what is that noise? I'm going, is that my laptop? It sound like. Hey, let me change this. Golly. Now let's go on silent. Oh, okay. Now that's my little cooling fan. I think he talks. Yes, yeah. He be having some dope things he be talking about. But then I just wanted to see what because we was talking about this yesterday. So I said, I ran across it because I kind of didn't know what I wanted to do a video on, but I ran across this and it said Billy Carson suggests the Bible has hidden secrets and misinformation. Which, we all kind of sort of know, but, it'll just be cool just to do a little, on it and just see what he talking about. Just to see if I can get by this fair use thing that everybody be saying when they play videos on they live. Like me, I used to always get in trouble for it. I ain't gonna hold you. I used to always kind of shut my live down when I did it. But this time, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. So I'm about to just go and play it, man. I ain't got time to wait because I gotta leave in like an hour or so. Well, less than an hour.
the Bible?
Well, the Bible has a lot of good information in it. If you can apply some of the information, it can really change your life. It can really put you on the right path. But it also has some information in it that's detrimental to people as well. You have to have discernment with what you're reading in the Bible. In the Bible, where you see the word God everywhere, that's a mistranslation by accident on purpose. The original word is God's with an S. It's always with an S. When you back engineer the actual word, the translations, you find that it's God's, not God singular. Elohim is also a plural term. It's not a singular term. And you also discover that Yahweh is actually Enlil from the Sumerian cuneiform pantheon, from the Sumerian cuneiform text. He's Enlil. It becomes Yahweh in the biblical text. And there's all these correlations between the different ancient characters from the Sumerian text end up in the biblical text. And you find out in the book of Deuteronomy that these gods are fighting each other over resources and people. So if you read anyone who reads the book of Deuteronomy,
that's crazy, because that's what I always felt like. I felt like that's where like the Bible kind of came from. It came from that Sumerian text, Samaritan's text. That's what it basically came from. That's where they took the gods from. Even when they called them Elohim, they took them from there, and then they just kind of moved them over or something.
Deuteronomy begins to realize this probably isn't the creator of the universe that wrote this. When God tells people, God is supposed to be all-knowing, all-loving, ain't he the same all the time? Then all of a sudden, you're reading the book of Deuteronomy, and he's saying, there's one person in this city that doesn't like me. I want you guys to go over there. Now, keep in mind, they've never met these people. Kill the women, kill the children, kill their animals, and bring the spoils of war back to me. Now, what kind of God needs the spoils of war, and what kind of God needs to kill children? There's also a verse in there in the book of Deuteronomy where God tells a man,
hey, don't go there, Billy, man. You about to start some stuff by bringing up those little parts right there. Because, like, I even said this a long time ago. I never could understand that, like, he'd be like, okay, go over there, make sure you knock off everything. Don't keep none of they gold statues, none of they stuff that kind of represents, that got anything to do with God. Get like their gods, destroy it. But then you can take this, and this. I knew this thing was gonna start tripping. Look, golly, bro. This stream be messing up, man. That's all bad. Sorry about that. I don't know what the heck is going on. But for some reason, I'm having problems early. Probably because I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's messed up. So, but I'm going to still get it, so I'll record it.
If you see a woman walking through the land and you decide to rape her, and the word rape is the actual word, look it up, you can. And if after you rape her, if you decide you want to make her your wife, you can keep her as your wife too. Now you have rape and abduction. Now, you're saying to yourself, the creator of the universe, okay, has all power, all-knowing, omnipotent, omniscient. Why in the world would he write stuff like that, or give a man the ability to write stuff like that to put in his book? In some cases, it's not talking about the creator of the universe. We have to be able to discern that. We have to be able to have the eye to see that some of this is manipulation for the power of people to put on top of other people. In the New Testament, Jesus says, honor your slave master. Now, why would we want to honor a slave master? As you would honor me, he says. Do you think Jesus really would say something like that? I don't. I think that his message was pure and clean and clear, that he was trying to usher back a level of Christ consciousness back in humanity. And that's the return. The second return is when we all reach a level of Christ consciousness. That's when Jesus comes back. He comes back in our minds, not in a physical form. And for people to take his words and screw it around to make it okay for slavery, I think that's a big thing where we see now the injection of human minds, not the creator of the universe. So you have to be discerning with the biblical text.
Who is Jesus to you? In your eyes, who is Jesus?
His name is Yeshua, okay? Jesus is, first the J is a recent letter. The J's not that old. So it really was originally Isus. And that name, Isus, means hail Zeus, okay? So you're calling on Zeus when you say Jesus.
What the heck, bro? Like, I heard people saying that way back when, but I, never, believed it. I always, I understood where they was coming from, but it was like, nah, you feel me? Like, that's who they was worshiping Zeus. And I'm like, bruh, come on now. I gotta see some proof on this.
Jesus, one of the Sumerian people who converted over to the Greek gods. But his name is Yeshua, and so Yeshua to me, very powerful person, very spiritual, high level of knowledge, a student of the Egyptian mysteries. When Jesus disappears from the Bible, he actually ends up in Egypt, okay? You can find this information in a book that was kept out of the biblical text called the Gospel of the Holy 12. And in the Gospel of the Holy 12, he shows up in Egypt, and we know that's a fact because I take people on tour.
Remember that. The Gospel of the Holy 12.
Every year to Egypt, and I take them to the house that Jesus lived in. It's a crypt. It's actually worship. People come there to see that bed that he laid in every single year. When I take people there, we take them straight there. And we know the path that he traveled throughout Egypt because it's a huge sign outside that Coptic church where he lived that shows where he went. Now, when he was in Egypt, what did he go there for? To learn the Egyptian mysteries. who taught the Egyptian mysteries? Thoth, the Atlantean priest king, the person I wrote this book about. And so Thoth was the teacher of the Egyptian mysteries, or the ancient mysteries, is what it's called. And then he leaves there and he goes to Tibet to learn Qigong and Reiki healing, which was confirmed by the Dalai Lama. And then he heads down into India to learn the mystic arts, teaching reincarnation all the way back. Then the Bible picks him up at the age of 32. I call my son out of Egypt. He shows up on the back of a donkey, proclaims himself to be the Messiah. So it's a big story. I think that he had a big message. I don't think people were able to grasp it at the time. But his message was that, not that he was coming back, but that the Christ would return, the Christ consciousness.
Where did you get this info? What book did you read that said this? Because this isn't, you didn't come up with this, you read this from somewhere. What did you read that told you this?
The Gospel of the Holy 12.
The Gospel of the Holy 12.
Another apocryphal text that was kept out of the canonized Bible.
Got it. And that's what you learned from this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you, there's a lot of people that, smart people.
The Gospel of the Holy 12. But then it's crazy because even when you go back and you read that, you got to find out who wrote that. And then it's like you're going to keep kind of going and going and going because you got to go before whoever wrote that wrote that, that wrote that, that wrote that. And you just going to kind of keep going, bro. Jesus in Spanish sounds like Jesus. Jesus. Huh?
Mathematicians, a lot of skeptics that are out there as well. How many people agree with what you have to say? How many people agree with this?
Well, I got 8 million people following my accounts across all platforms. I mean, I don't know.
So I'm not talking about that part. Of course, when you're talking with this level of...
I got 8 million people following me across the platform.
Firmness, there's a lot of... that's why I'm curious. I'm curious to know how you come up with your beliefs. Yeah. But why is it, if that's what you believe in, more people don't believe in that? Why do you think such a small set?
When you're born, you're given a name, a race, and a religion, right, and you spend the rest of your life defending a false identity. You don't know who you are. I don't know.
Exactly. Soon as you born, that's why, we born in sex, this part right here. We born into Christianity, we born into our Muslim heritage, we born into all these different things. It's not something that we just came out and said, okay, I want to be this or I want to be that. You didn't have a choice. You followed whatever your parents' belief system was. That's what you took on. But that's the cold thing about it, because when you think about that, right, that means you kind of looked at all the other systems as being faulty. You feel me? Because this is what our parents did. Our parents said, don't follow the Muslims. Don't look at Buddhism. Don't look at the Catholics. Don't look at it didn't matter, whatever one if you was born in the Muslims, they said that about everybody else. If you was born as, whatever region you was born in, that's the religion you grabbed. And that religion that you had, it made you push the other ones out to where they didn't have a say in nothing because their gods were false and yours was the true God. And that's under every religion, which is crazy.
Oh, I am. You were given your name. I was given my name. Who's Billy Carson? I didn't come up with that name. Somebody gave me that name. And then somebody said, get on your knees and pray before you go to bed. Say the Lord's Prayer before you go to bed. And so I got on my knees and I said the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. But then when you trace back that Lord's Prayer, whose prayer is that?
On earth as it is in heaven. Giveth this day our daily bread, and forgive our sins as we forgive something about that, something like that.
The prayer of Ptah. Who's Ptah? Ea Enki from the Sumerian tablets.
Yeah.
He wrote that prayer in ancient cuneiform, which then made it all the way into the Bible. And you think you're praying to God. You're saying...
I didn't know that. That's one thing I didn't know. And it's crazy because I got a friend that is he a historian, and he always talking about this stuff right here in history, the gods in history. He even made a timeline and everything. And this is, I think he told me this a long time ago, and I guess I heard it, but I didn't hear it.
And the prayer of Ptah. So we've been brainwashed, we've been programmed, because for generations we keep getting handed down this system where we're given this false creation of who we are, and we believe it wholeheartedly. We'll fight for it to the absolute death. People will die over those things that were given to them, not that they came up with on their own initially or originally.
That's why I be saying, bro, everything was already here. The system had everything in it. It's almost like going into a free McDonald's, right? You go to McDonald's one day and they say, man, everything is free. But it's everything they created. It's they French fries, it's they hamburgers, it's they egg McMuffins. It ain't no you just coming up with they stuff that you want to eat. You're not going, okay, hey man, take one of them egg McMuffins and don't put a sausage patty on it, put a hamburger patty, and still though it's still their products that you taking and you making and eating what you want from their products. So it's almost like that's the same thing with us that's going on here. It's like the products is already here. You feel me? The words, the ideas, they're already here. And our ideas is gonna be based on the how we was brought up and the things we chose to believe and the stuff we was given. That's what's gonna shape our idea, shape the way the ideas that we basically take in and the ones that we accept and don't accept.
So it's a dangerous thing because we have a lot of people walking around that just took the programming code and they don't even understand really who they are, what they're all about. That's why so many people don't walk in their passion. So many people don't even know what their passion is because they've been given and told what their passion is going to be, and they have no clue how to find out who they really truly are or what they would love to be involved in or what their passion truly is. So we have a lot of NPCs walking around, non-players out here just walking around, have no clue, just programmed in the matrix. But then you have a few of us that have discovered who we are, that are working on trying to go to inner space instead of outer space, dig deep within ourselves, learn how to walk in our power, find out what our passion is, maximize that, and access that power and spread that power throughout the world.
Would you say your parents?
But that's the cold thing about it, bro. When you blindly walk in and you don't know these things, you already think you walking in your power. Even when somebody come to you and tell you, hey, you can take your power back, it's like a person gonna be like, take my power. I already got it. This is my power right here. And it's like, no, it's really not. But that's like we was saying, like, bro, that's like trying to tell Neo in the Matrix that he Keanu Reeves. You can't even speak to the TV. You can speak to it all you want. The TV is never, I don't care. You can speak to the TV for 1 billion years. That TV is never going to respond to you. It can't respond to you. It will not respond to you. It's like, it's impossible for the TV to respond back to you. We ain't made it up to that point yet. You feel me? We almost there. They did it with the Bandersnatch to where you can make it go the way you want, but we almost there. What's up with it, y'all? What's up, BGL?
They were quasi-Christians. So they didn't go to church, but, you know, my dad would make me do book reports on the Bible from the time I was a little kid. My mother would make me say the prayers, you know. In that way, they were Christians.
When did you stop?
I stopped probably, I say, maybe around 12 or 13. I realized something was too much contradiction in the text. Because remember, I'm doing book reports on the biblical text. And when I got to the point where God said, I create the good and I create the evil, do what I say at the Lord. That's in Isaiah. Then I realized something was really off here because I realized through my studies.
Hey, and it's wild because we heard that a long time ago too, you feel me? And like a lot of us here, that's one of the things that I always hear is like, didn't God say he create the good and the bad? Like, it's only obvious. I mean, he made the devil. You feel me? He made everybody. He made everybody and everything. So it's only obvious that he controls everything, that he got to say so in everything or however it goes. But he said it itself. That's how I know, man. I'm telling you, man wrote that thing. I said, man.
God had killed over 3 million people in the Bible, and Satan didn't kill anybody. So I said, wait a minute, something's a little off here. He's killing everybody, and Satan didn't kill anybody. And so we have to really take a look, and the deeper I dug into
Satan didn't kill nobody. He just was trying. Look. This is the story. I don't know if this is what happened, but this is the story. You know, when Satan gave Eve the apple to eat the apple, that created death and sin for everybody. So that means he is knocking everybody off because he helped make this death thing and make the sin. You know, he created that, so therefore, you know, everybody's dying because of that, so it's his fault.
Deuteronomy, and I realized there's something wrong. What it was at that moment, I couldn't figure out, but I just knew something was a little off. I dabbled in it again later on to see maybe if there was something that I missed, and again later on in my life, in my late 20s, I said, it just doesn't make any sense. There's too many question marks, and every time you ask a question, they say, don't question God, don't question the Lord, blind faith. And I'm thinking, if I'm going to put all of my eternity into one book, if I'm saying this one book is going to lead me to eternity, and I don't know everything about it, every aspect about it, I can't question it, I can't dig deeper to get more knowledge out of it, then I think there's something wrong with that. I think there's something being hidden from me. And I'd rather be able to dig deeper, get more knowledge, get more understanding, versus people shunning me away from trying to dig deeper to get more answers. And I think that's a big problem. And I think the people that are shunning away and stopping you from getting those answers don't have the answers themselves.
When you went through this journey that you're going through, are your parents seeing you go through the self-actualization where you're having your own philosophies? Are they watching you, witnessing you going through this?
Yeah.
So how old were you when they're watching this?
Pretty much from 7 all the way up. I mean, they gradually saw me changing. When I was 7 years old, you know, I realized one thing. This is what changed my whole life. My friends kept going to the ice cream truck. They had money every day, even though we were in the ghetto, poor, broke. We had nothing. We were getting money donated to us from food donated to us from local church and other people in the neighborhood. And we were taking showers outside in the backyard because we didn't have water on. We plugged the hose into our neighbor's house. And I'm saying, how in the hell can they afford the ice cream truck every single day?
Man, that's crazy. Y'all don't remember that though. Like I remember when our power was out one time, we ran an extension cord from the neighbor's house. It went from one window, and we was upstairs. You mind me? It went from one window upstairs to the other window upstairs. You feel me? Because our power was out. I don't know why they didn't pay the bill, but this was one of the things I was like going, dang, bro, them was the days though. Charles, you know, we used to drink out of the water hose. That was the thing. But let's see what he talking about with this ice cream thing.
So I go outside and I say to myself, there's got to be something I can do. I said, I'm going to go inside and get all my toys. I put all my toys in an old Dixie milk crate, and I went door to door. I violated my mom's rules about leaving the circumference of the house. And I went door to door around the whole block. I squared the block and asked for donations for in exchange for my toys. And so I sold all my toys that day, and I ended up with like $13 and change. And I went to the ice cream truck, and I got my bazooka bubble gum with my comic strip inside of it, and I realized something. I said, wow, I'm going to save myself. There's nobody coming to save me. I am my own savior. And that changed my life forever. And
you know what's wild, bro? If I was to bring my, any one of my siblings up there, tell you that, like, that's what I did one time. Like, well, not once. That's what I did. But my toys, I used to steal them from my friends. They had big chests of toys. So if one toy was missing, they wasn't tripping. You feel me? They probably was later, you know, when they wanted to play with it and it was gone. And they like, man, what happened? But it probably was months later. But I used to sell like Transformers, He-Mans. I used to sell all that shit, bro. I had to basically stop telling my brother and sister that I was making money selling my toys because they would tell my parent, and my parent would take my money from me. So it was like I had to, you know, keep it on the low. You got to keep it to yourself.
7 years old.
7 years old. My mom saw me standing in the picture window of the house we were renting, and I had a couple of dollars in my hand. She said, "What's wrong, son?" I said, "I don't belong here. I'm getting out."
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the
He said, "I don't belong here." Okay, wait. Oh my God, that's too long, bro. I'm gonna have to dive into that like later or something. He said, "Dang, man, now what if Jesus was a Billy the Clown?" Carson. Man, why you gotta talk about Billy like that, man? Billy be sharing a lot of information, Big Chill. You feel me? He be sharing, that's the cold thing about it. He be sharing a lot of information. He ain't all the way 100. Ain't nobody 100 here except Khan. That's it. Khan is the only 100, pure 100% here. Nobody else is. So I'm saying, he be sharing a lot of information. But I think, you know, we get clouded by, people, who they are, how they look, the ideas they have. You feel me? We get lost in it. Like, it's like when I look at stuff like this, I always take what I need from it. I don't, what's the name? I don't just grab everything they saying and go and put it in my sandwich and just devour it. No, I take what I need from it. You feel me? Because you start to see, you know, the same information that he just told us, we heard from a homeless guy. We heard it from a homeless guy. Remember Reese? A lot of that information we heard from a homeless guy. So everybody has this information. Nobody just likes to talk about it. Nobody likes to bring it up because it be shattering people's belief systems. Like the things that we know happen with Christianity and what went on with the Bible and all that, we don't want to talk about. You know why? It's like almost like when stuff happened in your family and you know, you got certain family members that just ain't correct. But nobody talks about it because this is family. This is we got to hold together. We got to stick together. We got to keep it like this. You feel me? So we're fighting to keep that thing what it is because you got a lot of people that's following in behind it, that believes it, that accepts it. So when something come up and tries to take that away, bro, it's like messing up their heritage. It's like you can't do it. You can't do it, bro. I'm gonna say it again. It's like trying to tell Neo in the Matrix, especially in part 3. Hey, Neo, man, this is the 3rd movie they done made about you, bro. Like, I'm telling you, Keanu Reeves is killing it. The movie's never gonna respond to you. The movie's not gonna hear nothing that you saying, because once the movie start playing, it's going. It's going. It's a whole act. It's a whole act. And it can't be spoken to. It can't be changed. It can't be told what to do. That movie that was already made is just going to get played. It's going to get played. It's not listening to nobody. Nobody can speak to it. So that's what I feel like when you trying to tell people what's going on. It's like they actors in the play. They can't break character. Wait, what was that did that? South Park. Remember South Park did that, and they went to the little town, the little rodeo town, right? And the people came in to rob the place and take hostages, and they wouldn't come out to act. They like, man, where's the telephone? Well, we don't have telephones around here in these parts. They was beating them, whooping on them. They still would not come out of character. You feel me? Even though that they wanted to. Some people can't break that character, though. You feel me? Some people are indented in that character, and you like trying to make them come out of character. It's not going to happen. Man, you better get off of Billy Carson, Big Chill. Don't come in here trolling. Don't come in here trolling, you feel me? All the way from Canada. Because my next video, you keep on my next video. Matter of fact, no, okay, all right. You wanna play, huh, Big Chill? I'm about to get on. I'm about to drop a Drake right now. I'm about to drop a whole Drake video real fast right now. Hold on, man. Since you want to be up in here playing all the way from Canada. Hold on, y'all. We about to we gonna jump into one of these Drizzy videos I caught early. Since Big Chill here, we're gonna have to jump into Drizzy now. We're gonna jump into this Drizzy video. Hold on, let me see, let me find it. Oh, you Big Chill, you better hope I can't find this Drake video. Documents, suspectful, Drizzy Drake. Okay, here we go right here. Hold on, let me get this. Okay, yeah, now here we go. Here you go, Big Chill. We're gonna get into this Drake. Where he on there. I think this girl is allegedly like 17. 17, Big Chill. I think she like 17. I don't know. Let's get into this Drizzy Drake. See what Drake got going on here. You feel me? Allegedly.